All right, hello. Welcome to 20th of February, where we're doing a trade recap. So without further ado, let's go. Economic calendar. In the morning we had loads of red folder news and then 9:45 ahead news, and then Trump spoke. This came out of the blue, so that's why it was red folder news. Okay, on the daily, let's begin replay. So what do we see on the daily? We respected the daily bearish gap. Okay, so we went from external liquidity back to internal, right? Therefore, the next draw will likely be external, right? And since the gap got respected, it would make sense for pricing to move lower into external lows. So it could be here, previous day low, etc. Okay. On top of that, we can see that yesterday's candle, right, fell to close above, right? So this candle should have closed above. It would continue to be bullish, and it did not on either of the assets, right? Highlighting bearish price action. Now let's go on the 4-hour time frame. Let's just kind of go here. So we can see that the 4-hour, 6 a.m. Okay, let's do bang bang. Okay, we can see that on the 4-hour we've run into a bearish gap and we end up respecting it. So this is the overall large one that I'm on about here. So this massive one, we run in and we respect it. Okay, and we continue lower. Okay. On top of that, the up close candles are being respected, right? So here we tap in, we move lower, tap in, move lower, right? And we can see just an overall downtrend. Okay. We have a couple small bullish gaps on the 4-hour. So it was this one here that I saw, and then there was also this very, very small one here as well. They seem to be getting displaced through. Okay, so I'm getting displaced through. Let's check the 1-hour. On the 1-hour, let's just cut back to here. On the 1-hour, we can see price respecting bearish variety gaps. Okay, so was an example. Here, these ones, bang, bang, moving lower, bang, moving lower. Okay, we're also seeing some large displacement lower. Okay, so we're not wicking, we're moving down. As soon as we hit these levels, we're moving down. Okay, now let's go on the 15-minute and let's look at what London does. So London, we see London rally into the hourly bearish gap. It was London that actually did this rally into the bearish gap. Okay, before displacing lower. So London rallied into the higher time frame key level, and we see price rallying away. Okay, moving lower, right? Given this, we can see price reinforcing bearish price action. Thus, New York, I came in thinking that New York will continue lower. So we had a London reversal, New York continuation lower. Okay. Now obviously I was thinking clean opportunity to take shorts, and it was just a waiting game. We're seeing what happens at 8:30, 9:30, 9:45. Okay. So realistically, there's nothing that I'm gonna do in terms of involving myself in the market before like 10 a.m. right? Respectfully. Yeah. So we see that London, after London, we create two bearish gaps. This is the 6 a.m., 7 a.m. candle. So we create two bearish gaps on both the assets, right? Now let's quickly go into the 5-minute and see what 8:30 does. Okay, so let's skip through. There we go. 8:30 candle. Right, we see a massive rally down, right? Obviously this entire move began at like around 8 a.m. I'd say. Yeah, the major move started at like 8 a.m., which is when New York opens. Okay. So we see 8:30, we're about to reach the previous day low, right? The daily candle, right? The previous day low, the daily candle. ES is lagging behind a little bit, and I can see myself taking a long. This is what I said in the beginning. I could see a possible long into the retracement leg, right? Because once again, I'm looking at London reversal, New York continuation lower. And I was thinking market should eventually retrace into these bearish gaps before continuing lower. Okay. And obviously, let's just skip one extra thing. Obviously, 813 was what caused the sweep of previous day low on NQ, right? Obviously, I wasn't going to take a trade beforehand. Why? Because it's not 9:30. Very simple. So now let's actually look and see what happens at 9:30. So here we have A40. So let's just right now. Let's just quickly go back. So we see price actually failing to sweep the previous day low on ES. Okay, so New York AM opens, and I'm simply just waiting to see what 9:45 AM does. Right, I was hoping that 9:45 would manipulate higher into this level, and then we see a continuation lower. Okay, from these bearish gaps. So let's see what 9:45 does. So 9:30 in itself causes a rally. Okay, so we're beginning the sort of retracement manipulation. We have 9:45, we kind of respect the gap. Okay. At this point, uh, obviously I'm thinking this entire thing is the manipulation leg, right? So boom, we sweep out London highs, these highs too. We almost took out this buy side here as well. Let's quickly take a look. Zoom out a little bit. Let's actually just go on the 50-minute. You can see we almost sweep it out, right? Almost sweep it, and but we definitely sweep these highs. Okay. So now, what I was looking at was basically we had an SMT on these highs here, but it was on the 1 minute, right? So instantly, just not the best thing when it comes to taking a trade here. So let me just show you that. Where was it? Where was it on the 1 minute? I'm trying to see. I think it was here. Yeah, so we get an SMT here, right? So we sweep up, take out this high. We failed to do so that. And then I looked at a 2 minute SMT for an entry. And this was overall just foul, bro. Low-key just a foul trade. Yeah, here. Sorry, right here. So we see we get a high, lower. Looking at a 2 minute change of the state delivery, and I thought price would continue lower and start taking out these lows, and it does not. Ends up actually running higher. Okay. Yeah, so that was also just a very poorly set up trade. And my thought process was obviously if I get stopped out, it's because I entered too early. And it's not just that, it's just a overall poor trade. We didn't have any higher time frame change to say that if I just wait, if we didn't see this, then that's okay. Like I could have just simply waited. Could have actually taken a long on this change of state delivery here, but that's okay. I'm not gonna sit here and cry. So we got stopped out. So now let's actually zoom over to see what my second entry was. So this was where I kind of clocked and I had a bit more patience, but obviously I broke my trading rules here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to restart my trading account and make it, I think, a 10,000 balance, give myself realism and stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, I think today I'm just going to take a bit of a break from trading. You're not going to get a back testing session. I just kind of want to chill out for a bit, do the admin stuff, and then obviously like just come back with a fresh mind, you know, because I'm a bit tilted, low key. What do we see happen here? So we have lunch. Lunch kind of kicks in and we consolidate a little bit. And then here, what do I see happen? We have an overall SMT here. Okay. Price gets swept, buy side. We reach the high. We do not reach the high here. I was thinking, nice, this is cool. We have an SMT and we have a 5-minute change in the state delivery. Once again, obviously, should have looked at the 15. We get change in state delivery here. Retracement leg, I was looking at entry here. We get some movement down, okay, and I had quite a tight stop loss. Why? Because I didn't want to see price move higher than this. If it did, then it's just coming back into equilibrium and we're in a consolidation range. Okay. Um, but yeah, obviously after this, I don't really have a lot of stuff that I put in the notebook because I took this trade when I was at the gym. But let's just have a look. So this was the 2-minute. I think it was actually a 1-minute gap, if anything. 1-minute gap. Yeah, 1-minute gap. The price actually moves a little bit lower. So we get traded, we get entered, and they take out these highs, and then we actually start to get a move lower. And then, yeah, price just once again goes against my position, and that's okay. I think overall today the bias was probably wrong. I can't really see a lot of ways in how I misread it, if I'm being honest. I think the only thing that might have caused me to actually clock and maybe change my bias is the previous daily low getting taken out like that. It was very substantial. It was just bang wick and we moved straight out. We moved straight out. Okay. Um, yeah, let's talk about some lessons learned from trading today's session. So you guys are actually gonna see me write up this part. So overall, I think the read on PA and daily bias was flipped due to PDO being taken out, and we saw a large volatile move higher. This is the first time I've seen something like this. The first time I have seen something like this. So I will bear this in mind if it happens again. Okay. Yeah. What else? So regarding the first trade, trading strategy was not followed. Had I followed it, I would have never actually been entered in the short. FOMO and rushing easily to prove a point to the market makers that I know what they're doing. Very emotional day overall. In brackets, I should have taken a day off trading as per my advice from yesterday's trade recap. Okay. And then regarding the second trade, broke trading rule, ended up risking 2% on a day, and that is a big no-no. I followed my strategy here, however, failed to adapt to the overall market trend, and was tunnel visioned on taking a short, therefore missed a clear draw on liquidity at time frame swing highs. Right, so if we actually go back to the chart, we can see that we sweep this high time frame high, which is within the bearish gap. Okay, so actually take off the replay. We consolidate into the end of the day, right? And that's fine. It's typical of a Friday to do. Okay. So yeah. to take some stuff away. Let's talk about, I will avoid this trading account and start on a 10k one. 10k demo. Alright. On top of that, I'm going to make sure I always follow my trading rules. Risking 1% a day, 1% a trade, and only one trade a day. Okay. Loss equals more backtesting. Win equals F off the charts and live. Okay. Also begin to mention every emotional feeling to help psychology. Know when to take a loss. Drop the ego a bit. Bro, okay, drop the ego. Anything else? Anything else? No, that's it. Like, I feel like when I lose on a trade, I kind of want to feel like eating like just a whole bunch of garbage and shit. I just had a 12-inch pizza to myself, which is not a healthy habit because I will get A, very fat, B, very unhealthy, and C, just my abs will disappear. That's the last thing that I want. And yeah, okay, so that's that. You're not gonna get another backtesting video from me until tomorrow, and I'm really sorry about that, but listen, I gotta put myself first. But yeah, thank you lot for watching. Hope this helped, and I'll see you lot for an episode tomorrow. Bye bye.